So welcome back guys, I am Amlan from Explain with Examples, and in today's tutorial we will be learning about multi-dimensional arrays. In our last tutorials we have already seen what are associative arrays. In those arrays basically we define the indexes ourselves. Normally in a simple array the indexes start from 1, and in associative arrays the indexes are defined by the user itself. So when we have already seen simple arrays and associative arrays, what then is further multi-dimensional arrays? Well, like the name suggests, it's arrays within arrays, and well, you may be finding it difficult to understand, but let's understand it with an example. And while we give our exams, or even in colleges, there are certain subjects which carry more weightage than the other subjects. So such subjects are like the more important subjects because performing well in them, you actually end up getting a good CGPA, or rather a good percentile. So imagine that there are like two categories, important and non-important, and inside the important subjects, like I'm just uh, where has that gone? Yeah, so this is like for commenting out. So for the important subjects, I think max, chemistry, and physics matter. Whereas in the non-important subjects, history, geography, these subjects are there which actually don't matter much to us. So how do we define such arrays then? Well, let us do one thing. Let us create the array variable and let it be marks. And now inside the array, so this is basically the syntax, this will be an array variable definitely. Now what we will have is like this important, and it will be having its, oh sorry, this is actually equal to the question mark and then array inside it, and then again it will be having a non-important and again a equal to sign for the question mark and then array, and then like this. Okay, and let me see whether the brackets are proper. 1 2, like this has been closed, this has been closed. We have 1 2 3 opening brackets, 1 and 2 closing brackets, so I will have another one here, right? 2 3 4 1 2 3, no, this is wrong actually, this is now okay. So 1 2 3 1 2 3, okay, perfect. So we will be having an array inside an array, and like let's bring this down to make it just look a bit cool, and also this will be actually within quotes. Again, this will be again within quotes, and just drag this down, and I will drag this down as well. I'll just bring this here. And now for the important subjects, let's populate this, but before that just have the syntax, and actually this is not a full stop, rather a comma. This is how we separate. So max, physics, and then chemistry, and here again it is history. Okay, like let's do the framework first. So there you go. Geography. Okay, so we have defined the marks multi-dimensional array, and we have actually populated the values inside it. Now the question which comes to our mind is, actually we'll delete this part so that we don't require it anymore, and it itself is pretty clean. And I will do one thing, I will just add it to the library so that it doesn't look like that. Okay, so now the question which comes to our mind is like, how do we call the indexes under such an array? So the way to do it is like echoing marks. Obviously the first array will be like I mean, when you think of it, it has to be important, and then again you surround another square brackets, and here like the zeroth index would be like what? It would be max here. Okay, so this is how you will be calling a multi-dimensional array, wherein inside the first square brackets is basically the first array, and then like inside the second square brackets is the index, which actually is nothing but is reflecting, I mean, the array inside the array. So let's just save this and let's reload, and you can see it's reflecting the perfect value because this array inside the 0th index has a value of max. So if we do this as 1 and save it, reload it, you can see that this is now showing a value of physics. And if I actually just make this different array altogether, and now if I do this, so you can see that it's reflecting a value of geography because geography is assigned to the second index for a non-important array variable. So hopefully now you understand that we have stored two arrays, that is a important and a non-important array variables inside a mark array variable, and each of these two arrays contain further arrays, and in those simple arrays we basically are not defining the indexes, so the values are assigned to the default indexes which begin from 0. So 0 carries a value of max here, 1 carries a value of physics, and chemistry carries a value of 2. So this has 3 indexes and this has like 2 indexes but starting from 0, and obviously the first index carrying a value of geography. Now the question which comes to our mind is, can we use printr function as well to print the array? Obviously yes, and let's look at this how it will be. It's a beautiful thing to watch, and we'll just surround this with pre-formatted tags, and we'll just close this here and just save this here, and now let's reload this, and there you go. So it clearly tells us that there are two arrays. So first is the important array variable and second is the non-important array variable, and each of these two arrays, the first one has 3 indexes. The 0 first and the second index carries the value max, physics and chemistry respectively, whether the second non-important array variable carries 2 values, the history and geography, assigned to the 0th and the first index respectively. So this is the concept of multi-dimensional arrays, wherein basically you have an array within an array. In the concept of associative arrays, what we saw is that we basically are defining the indexes, which otherwise by default begin from 0, 1, 2, 3 and likewise. And obviously we also had seen examples of simple arrays wherein we basically don't define the indexes, we simply give the array the values which we want to store in the array variable. So like here, automatically the values get assigned to the default indexes. So here the 0th index carries a value of Amlan, the first index carries a value of Prashant. We obviously saw how this get printed on screen using the printr function, each for the simple array and then obviously for associative array, and now for multi-dimensional arrays. So using the printr function surrounded by the pre-formatted tags actually helps you see in a wonderful manner the array elements getting displayed on the screen in a neat key value pair, which really is elegant to look. So keep trying this out, keep forming your own multi-dimensional associative arrays, and do please understand, when you establish a relationship with your MySQL database and PHP, when you basically have those field names and columns and everything, we shall be studying all these associative arrays and multi-dimensional arrays more in depth in real practical applications at that point of time, because everything inside the application is more or less an associative array or a multi-dimensional array. They are not much of simple arrays. So hopefully this tutorial makes sense. Until next time, it's me Amlan signing off for the day. Ciao.